Hi guys, welcome to Women in Blockchain Africa's event. I can see that you guys are up, popped up, and I can see some chats already in. It's really nice to have you all here. My name is Sandra Steve Zappa, and my co-host is. Please, can you help introduce yourself so that people get to know you?
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. My name is Vanessa Simba. I'm live from South Africa. I'm an assistant program manager with Women in Blockchain Africa. We're very grateful to have you today. Thank you for joining us. We hope you're going to have a great show today.
Yeah, thank you, Vanessa. Can you guys just do me well to introduce yourself in the chat section so that we'll be able to know who, and you can also indicate where you're hailing from. Although I missed out the fact that I'm in Nigeria currently, and I'm from Nigeria, and that is where I'm doing my own life. So you're all welcome. So just do me well to introduce yourself. Oh, welcome, Adekunle. Hi, nice for you to be here too. Welcome. And let's see. Vanessa, can you please go to the next part of the agenda as I look through the chats to welcome those who have indicated their names? Oh, hi, Mrs.
Okay.
Aisha Yusuf. Welcome.
Welcome. So I'll move to the first part of our agenda today. We have a presentation welcoming us from the team lead, Ben Ice. Please help me welcome Ben Ice. Ben Ice, the floor is all yours.
This event. And Berna Izomune, the team lead or founder of Women in Blockchain Africa. So I'll be giving a brief introduction as to who we are. So Women in Blockchain Africa is a non-profit organization or an awareness platform with the goal of bodying young ladies and women in the blockchain technologies so that they will become future problem solvers and leaders across Africa. So we realized that Africa has a population of over 1 billion people, but then very few people, according to analysis, have the idea as to what blockchain technology is. I had a conversation with an African lady some weeks back, and we got discussing about the how technology is evolving rapidly, and our discussion further ensued into discussing about blockchain. So when we mentioned about blockchain, permit me to quote what she said. She said, "Oh, I've heard about blockchain. I've had interest in blockchain technologies." And I see it trend on Twitter, but then I have no person to guide me or a community of African ladies to guide me as to how to get the resources and what next steps to take to thrive in the blockchain space. So that actually broke my heart, and I realized that there are so many African ladies out there who have interest and desire to dive into the blockchain space, but then they have no proper guidance or resource board or a hub to help them grow in the blockchain technologies or the knowledge they have. So that is where Women in Blockchain Africa comes in. Our mission is to raise 2 million blockchain talents in Africa within the next 10 years and prepare them not only to become participants, but contributors and delegates in the blockchain space. So every African lady out there, all we need from you is your interest, and we are ready to help you grow with the little ideas or the knowledge you have about blockchain. Vision the future where women are empowered to become the drivers of blockchain solutions across Africa. With that said, thank you once again for joining us in today's event. I'll be handing over the virtual stage to the host to continue the event. We have so much planned and in store for you, and I promise you, you will definitely not regret attending or joining us today. So, with that said, do enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Bernice. It was a very nice introduction to this. I'm already very pumped up because I'm looking forward to the exciting things that we're going to experience. And yeah, it's really nice. Um, okay, we are going to move to the next agenda, and I will leave that to my co-host, Vanessa, to do that.
Thank you, Sandra, for that. Next, I'll be introducing our first speaker, who will be David Lumala. Before he goes on, I would like to say something about him, a brief background about David. David is is a blockchain software architect and engineer in NFTs and a crypto geek. He's passionate about software. He's a passionate software practitioner with an ever-increasing desire to learn new technologies and ardent ambition to improve livelihoods through STEM projects. He has worked on several projects in line, and his seemingly ever-growing dream right from years at college. He loves volunteering, and according to David, it's been an interesting and trying journey. Ambition and self-drive always helps him immeasurably in overcoming the challenges along the way. So I'm going to give this time to David. Over to you, David.
All right, Vanessa, thank you. You hear me?
Yes, you're very audible, Engineer
All right.
Lumala. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for this time and opportunity. I'm David Lumala, professional software engineer. I'm from Kampala, Uganda. I'm really glad to have people who think like me in this kind of initiative. Technology is taking over the world, and in every dimension, we need every hand, every skill that we can get. Every person involved, right from ladies, and the biggest challenge that I've experienced or faced so far is that in most of the high-end technology projects that we run, and things that even while we study at colleges and universities, there are few ladies. So when someone approached me with this idea that we are having a meetup for women in blockchain Africa, I really nodded, vertically in appreciation of the initiative being taken. And I like the fact that it is someone from Nigeria spearheading the campaign. So I'm here to discuss with you particularly opportunities for women in blockchain, and then give you the necessary career advice that can take you, or that can light your journey while you're taking on this new venture. See? Well, blockchains are very wide and vast in kind of capability and opportunities that come with them. Majorly, I don't want to say majorly, but for people who are builders, I understand we could have software engineers here, people who have built some applications initially, or have built websites before. Mention it. It is our mantle. It is our time to build. Now is like never before. When you listen to most of those other speakers that talk about development on the blockchains and the blockchain technology at large, they tell you that the kind of fire, the kind of excitement that we see right now, the kind of capability, the kind of stage that we are at now, resembles same stage at which the internet was between 1990 and 1994-5. So we are at the state of phase, and therefore this is when creators, this is when the gainers of the revolution will get in. So every person on this call must count themselves lucky that you are getting to know about this technology while it is still youthful, while it is not yet saturated with content, and when not everyone is yet aware. Nigeria as a country gives me a challenge because they always lead in everything related to blockchain, whether cryptocurrencies, whether it is storage of NFTs and everything like that. I follow so many other protocols, but they always give Nigeria as a reference in Africa. And I believe once we have their initiative beginning in Nigeria, we are sure on the right path, because the people who are spearheading the campaign, the people who are taking on the mantle first, come from the country that is leading the way even in global statistics. All right, so with opportunities for women in blockchain, I want to subdivide them into, I think, two categories. One is the tech related, for someone who has a tech background, for someone who has, by tech I mean technology, for someone who comes from, who is somewhat agnostic with technology. By agnostic I mean you can manipulate a computer. You see, you've written some applications before. You are a power user of a computer. You don't understand, you cannot fail to do the basic computer literacy work. Then that is the tech. Then the non-tech is the people they know how to use a computer, but they do not so much go into the technical aspects behind the computer besides viewing a screen. You see? So let us begin with the non-tech, and then we shall go with the tech. Then we shall wind up with the career advice for both. Well, with the non-tech, there are so many. Almost all blockchain ecosystems seek to be visible in the public. What makes a blockchain is how big what makes a blockchain valuable, or even a cryptocurrency or a token that is native on that blockchain valuable, is the strength of the strength of the community behind it. By strength I mean traction or visibility or attention it has to the general public, the following it has. You very much know of Dogecoin. There is even Dogechain of late, but most people do not know Dogecoin because it is really strong or what, but because it has a huge community and traction about it, that's how we get to know Dogecoin, much as it is not so much into the field of dark development and providing extra utility beyond the coin itself that we know. So that is one. So basing on that, the first use case, the first opportunity comes from there. So if you're a lady and you're not into technology, the technical bits and aspects, always seek out communities. Be a community lead, because that one you can do. By community lead, I mean someone of contact of a particular ecosystem in your local country or area. You see, I know people who have become Binance angels. They are ecosystem leads. There is a Celo as a blockchain hiring leads, and almost in every country. Many other chains, Lisk, Zilliqa. There are some that are established that do not give so much opportunity to those people who are not yet, to those people who are just doing plain marketing and visibility providers, if I may say. But the starter chains that are expanding to Africa and globally always seek out for those community leads and ecosystem leads, if I may call them. So others can be a community lead. And then there is marketing. By marketing, still it comes with leading, because that is still providing advertisement and visibility of a particular ecosystem. That is one. That is the second one. So you can be a marketeer for blockchain software, for blockchain products in that sense, or even the ecosystem itself. Then there are people, you've heard of the metaverse, the next kind of revolution of human interaction, if I call it that way. So you can become creators creators of content that is to be consumed in the metaverse and even other blockchain software products. You see, so there are virtual worlds or the metaverses also. So you can begin thinking along those lines, whether in promoting them or starting to creating content that is to be consumed. Imagine having a concert that you air live that is in, South Africa, in a particular stadium in South Africa or in Cairo or Lagos. But you as a provider, you create connections of having the concert aired live in a metaverse kind of environment or virtual world where someone can just put on that gear and then watch the concert live from their sitting room at home, as if they are in the main stadium where the concert is being held. I'm a very huge fan of Tiwa Savage myself, so I get that comparison. How I wish I cannot go to cricket oval, but I sit home in my sofa and then I watch Tiwa Savage perform in Uganda, in Kampala, from my home. So what does that bring? That is brokerage. There is a connection. There is linkage. That is the second aspect. Then there is the third aspect, and the biggest one, I think, is educating, being an educator. You can start forming several units, if I call them. You can have organized organizations. You can create order amongst yourselves and maybe form up student clubs. You can come up with initiatives. You can do blockchain education. All these ecosystems, all people doing something related to blockchain are willing to support people who drive mass adoption of blockchain technologies and cryptocurrencies. You see? So if you team up like 4-5 people and then you say we are coming up with an organization to do crypto education or Web3 education or blockchain education, bracketed at once. You do outdoor campaigns, you do meetups for developers or maybe for plain communities to teach them how crypto things work, the basic of understanding, like the grassroots knowledge. Let someone know about crypto, that kind of work, outdoor exercise, because it doesn't require to be technical. All you need to do is have knowledge about how the entire space works of Web3 blockchain and how things blend together, such that when you get to inform someone, when you get to meet someone to educate them, you are talking things that are correct, and you give them knowledge, teach them. You see, because that may not require a technical kind of approach of knowledge of coding, something like that. So you can become, and you still can create something new, because many people are creating their own jobs. Besides being marketeers and creators and educators, someone can say, I'm going to become just an influencer on Twitter. And with Twitter, all you have to have is your maybe iPad or iPhone or anything, a mobile gadget, and then you start talking, you start communicating. Actually, you get back to advertisement and promotion of particular products or even ecosystems. And I believe everyone can do. Even if you are lame, you can do that. All right, so let me go to the second angle where I talk about opportunities for technical people now. Well, people usually tease us, or at least that one, I know that tech is male. I want to demystify that. Tech has no gender. Tech is for everyone, just like we all use it in a way or the other, knowingly or unknowingly, directly or indirectly. You see? So you do not have to base, you do not go by those sentiments that if you're a lady, tech is not for you and everything, that kind of stigma, if I may say. The thing is, as long as you are there and you have given it your all, you are committed to learning, everyone can learn blockchain. You see, if I had time, I would tell you my story, but let us keep it simple and direct to the matters that for which we are here. So, for technical people, the roles are many. Every application that you see in the real world right now could have a decentralized equivalent being based on a blockchain somewhere. You see, so as programmers, I challenge you, if you have not yet become a programmer yet, you still can, because there is a challenge I've seen on Twitter called the 100 Days of Code Challenge. 100 days is around 3 months, I think. Anyone can, as long as you have access to the internet and a computer, or at least a working gadget that you can use to program or to learn to program, you can challenge yourself to start learning. In the next 100 days, that is before even 2022 ends, you could be one of the stars of the discipline. See? So there is, blockchain ecosystems are on a campaign, a huge spree to hire developers to start building products on their blockchains, because after all, what gives them mileage is having products built on their blockchains. See? So for that matter, it requires commitment that we, the developers, take the discipline to learn and then start innovating and building projects and products onto the blockchains. So the very first instance of an opportunity comes from there. If you're able to developer, take a few hours of your day, your busy day, a day, and start to learn something related to blockchain or Web3, because technology is a wave. Whether you agree or not, at one time it will sweep you. And the other critical secret to success in whatever we do, and we often forget, is that we should always know where the world is heading, and we get there first. So if you realize that the world is heading towards decentralization, towards more private kind of work arrangements and transactions and everything, and blockchain technology is providing you that, so it's incumbent upon you just to realize that, actually, let me follow this path first, let other people find me there. And with that, you cannot lose it. So as a programmer, your role is to create, sit down, think, build products. If you may not necessarily have your idea, but there is someone else who has an idea and would like to bring it to life. So once you skill yourself in that line, you can do the development. And by development, I mean so many categories of development, actually. You can become a blockchain software architect like me, of course, with some experience and working with several projects and trying to see how many things come into play and getting exposure, if I may say. By the time you become a software architect on the blockchains, you really have done so much of work. But now that cannot scare you. We all begin somewhere. So you can become a simple software engineer to develop dApps on the blockchain. You can become a front-end engineer. Still, you need to know how the basics work in the blockchain sense, but you maintain your Web2 interface and linking the blockchain code to the front end, so that you form fully fledged applications that users can interact with. Then you can become the code that you write for the blockchain is what they call smart contracts. I think in a way, I get to imagine that everyone at least has party knowledge of smart contracts, because smart contracts are the code that we run in the back end to run on the blockchain. So that is the back end code of a blockchain. That is a smart contract. So it might seem tough if you have a by first approach and eye, but still somewhere you have to start. Then secondly, with the development, there are so many roles. There's architecting of products, there is auditing and security engineering, because you've heard of so many hacks and many security breaches, and there are so many losses of late. Actually, 2022 has been a very, 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 very deadly year for so many insecure projects and bridges. Well, there's security engineering, there's front-end engineering for dApps and everything. Then there is also once you do that kind of work, there is developer advocacy. Now, like me, I do the advocacy because after being a builder and then a programmer on the blockchains, then I will do extensive developer advocacy, such that I help ecosystems spread. You see, let them grow larger, and then I help my other colleagues around to learn to develop on the blockchain. You see, so auditing, advocacy, development. The development can be further divided into front end, blockchain, software engineering, and then many other categories that come along. But for the sake of time, my presentation should end here so that other speakers are allowed the due time to do what? To proceed with their presentations as well. Thank you so much for listening. Your mic is unmuted. Is you should mute, Sandra.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry about that. So thank you very much, engineer. Really great discussion. I'm sure you educated most things here concerning blockchain and encouraging people to be involved and invite more people to join the movement in technology. Because somebody that wants to be stuck in the other parts of the universe will not move forward to Web3, which is the blockchain technology, and the world is moving towards that direction. So I'm really, really grateful for this discussion. It's really nice to have you. Thank you, Engineer Lumala. So we are going to move forward, but before we move forward, those that have not introduced themselves can do that. I know I will not be able to call all the names on the comment section. We have people hailing from Morocco, Kenya, Nigeria, Uganda, and it's really nice to have you guys here. Okay, we are going to a discussion where we talk with question and answers where some of the and it's really, really interact. Before we move wait for the next is available. And I think why it's not really available, I'm sure it is going to be patterned. Okay, my network. Oh, sorry about that. Just a minute, guys. So for those of you that are not probably stable network, I'm really sorry. I don't know that I not sure. Just a minute. Okay, to confirm my network, we are all going to enjoy this interactive section because talk is unstable. I don't know to read conversation. So to can you hear?
Hi guys. For our next speaker, if you can hear me, can you just notify on the chat, please? Seems like we're having a bit of a network challenge. Okay, so our next speaker is going to be Iman. Come on.
Can you hear me? Hey. Shall I start, or because it seems like we have a voice issue or a network connectivity issue? Let me check. Okay. Would you please share my screen, like the slide I shared before? Um, because I'm connected from my phone, and I cannot share my screen from here. Yeah. Thank you so much. So, first of all, I would love to thank you all for inviting me and giving me this opportunity, and congratulations for this success. And like Nafast, I would love to give you a small presentation about why we need more women in blockchain and in Web3 in general. And I will I will start directly because I don't want to miss any second. So next slide, please. Just like a quick overview about myself. My name is Iman Hirawi. I'm from Egypt. I'm founder of Arabs in Blockchain and co-founder of NoonDAO. Arabs in Blockchain is umbrella for all Arabs enthusiasts in blockchain domain, and NoonDAO is a community for all women, like to empower all Arab female women, female in blockchain domain. Also, DevCon Scholar Alumni Ethereum Foundation. Tech executive at GloryThink. I'm partner at GloryThink, and GBA Egypt chapter lead. Tech Women Fellow 2022, and ambassador for Consensus Quorum and Stes Network. And I have a professional master degree in Cloud Computing Network. Next slide, please. Today's agenda is what is Web3, just to give you the context, and why we need more women in Web3, and how you can start. And the last topic is what are the challenges that you might face. Next slide, please. What is Web3? Because you will hear this word a lot. Web3 blockchain, Web3 blockchain. Web3 is the third generation of internet, and that will give you you will think that means that we have other generations. So next slide, please. Yes, we have three generations. The first one, we call it Web 1.0, known as a read-only web, where you basically serving the internet, static web pages. The technology used there JavaScript and HTML, and this is considered as the first generation of the internet. While the internet we are living now, where you are the content creators, you are creating the content for anyone to read. If you have your, for example, your Facebook account, you are putting content, and I am reading this content. This is called read write web. So I'm not only reading, I'm also creating, I'm also writing this web. And an example of the application uses Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google Drive, WhatsApp. So we are creating that. We are not only reading what the companies giving up to us. And the third generation of internet, which is Web 3.0, is known as unmediated read-write web. I'm not only writing the content, I'm not only reading it, but I am owning it. There is no middleman in the, there is no one in the middle. giving me the service. I am the service provider as well. So I'm acting both as client and server. I'm acting both as, like I have a full control over my data. And an example of this example of application that provides this feature is IPFS and storage for storing data compared to Google Drive. So in Google Drive example, Google giving me the service to host my files, while in IPFS and storage, I am hosting this file and I'm serving it to the other. So whenever someone want to retrieve the file, my computer, because it's a peer-to-peer network, is acting as a server, and I am giving the node which request this file to. I'm giving it to the node that requests this file. And also, as an example, alternative to WhatsApp in the Web3 world is Status Network, which have like a messenger, a decentralized messaging application. Next slide, please. So what is blockchain? I don't want to make it the technical introduction. Our technical definition. So blockchain is a digitized, decentralized, tamper-resistant ledger of all transactions. So we have transaction, and we want a ledger where these data are tamper-resistant, cannot be modified, and it's decentralized, and of course it's digitized because it is on the computer. Next slide, please. So why we encourage lots of women to join this domain? Why we are encouraging all the people especially in the developing countries, in particular, and women in general, and women in particular, to join this domain. First of all, the blockchain job market is a high demand job market. So when you take this learning curve and scale up yourself, you have an access to a high demand job market. Also, the salaries in Web3 are high because of the high demand, and it's a culture of most of the, I'm not saying all, but most of the companies in Web3 is a remote culture, so you can work in anywhere without having to go to the office, or without forcing you to relocate or so. And at the end, blockchain is coming to solve some problems. And in order to solve this problem, it's like, if I am solving your problems, I'm coloring the solution with my background, with my beliefs. So having a diversified team to solve this problem, for example, make it, fit most of the people. So if I am in the Arab region and someone in the Western world trying to give me a product to solve my problem, but no one from my community joined this team or aware of the problem, no one of this team aware of my culture, my problems, all these stuffs, very well, because like an expert in that, the solution might be not fitting my problem because it is colored with his beliefs. The same if I am a woman and I am expecting, I have a problem, and there is a product that solves my problem, and the whole team who work on this product in this product are male, and no more, there is no female there. How they can understand my problem very well? So the solution might not fit my problem. So we need more balanced solution for the problems. And to balance the solution, we need a more diversified team in terms of gender and races. And the last thing is by joining the Web3 domain, you will become a role model for all other women, and you can inspire more in your family, in your country, and worldwide, of course. Next slide, please. So how you can enter this domain? It's like a general, something generic for everyone who want to join at this domain, regardless of their experience, regardless of their background, is to have a clear, solid understanding of Web3 philosophy, architecture, and value. So it's like a must. You need to understand this technology very well, and you need to understand the fundamentals very well. And then, if you have a technical background or you are interested in going deeper as a blockchain developer, you will find you need to find the intersection. Like if you are a web developer, for example, you might work on the DApp layer, which is like how your front-end application will communicate with a blockchain network. If you like working in the back end, for example, you might be interested in writing smart contracts, working on the protocol layer. If you are, content creators, then you don't have to you don't have to be a developer to enter the domain. You can work as a content creators in Web3. If you are like doing like marketing strategy and you are in this domain, you can be like work as a market in the marketing domain in Web3. So there are so many domains you can join, and you should start from what you already know, what you are, what you can you should you need to start with your current experience, just to make it faster for you. If you want to move, it's okay, but like starting from where you are is much easier. So this is the first thing. So have a clear understanding, then find the intersection where you should focus. You don't have to be a developer if you're not a developer or you're not interested to be a developer. There is so many opportunities for you to join. If you are entrepreneur, you can find a problem and work on it to have to work in the business model to produce a product that solve people's problem. The second thing is join the community, and the community is very important because you will find like-minded people, you will get inspired, you will get supported, and you will be, it's like you will find someone to to encourage you to study and work on something. And finding a good mentor is very important because it will accelerate your process. It will accelerate your progress very much. And without mentors, you might miss your way, but with mentor, the probability to miss your way is a few. And because of one of the main challenge, it's you need to have a hands-on experience. You need to work on an actual product and find someone to give you a feedback. So joining hackathon, which is a lot in Web3 domain, is a good way to have a hands-on experience. So you started with learning the fundamentals, learning more in depth on your specialization, or you started from where you are and started to learn. And then if you are a developer or with business background, you can join a hackathon and find mentors or so. And then after you have a good understanding of all that, you might be interested in a specialized domain. For example, in blockchain, we have blockchain, and then we have other trending domains like DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, DAOs. So you might be more interested in these subdomains. And the last thing, which is you have to do a lot, is keep yourself updated. So you need to keep yourself updated what's happening, what are the the new trends and so. Next slide, please. So what are the challenges? I'm sorry if I take more time. The challenge we have in Web3 is, first of all, language barrier, because not all the the globe talking English and most of the resources are in English. Yes, there are so many initiatives to localize blockchain resources. And when we talk about a language barrier, we are not only targeting the developers section. We are talking about all the globe. For example, my mom, if my mom wants to understand what is blockchain, it doesn't make sense that I'm forcing my mom to learn English in order to understand blockchain and read about blockchain. And the second challenge we have is the community. And lucky you have a community now, and you can join and you can have a like-minded people. But when I started, I have this problem because I didn't find a community to join. And whenever I have a problem, I have to look for it a lot. And even there were a community, very small community, inactive community is not a solution for my problem. And the second problem, which most of the women have, is lower self-estimation, because we keep telling ourselves that we cannot do, we are not qualified enough, and this is not true at all. And a fourth challenge that you might face is there's no roadmap, and you might lose your way, and you might go you might take most take time in something not necessary in this stage. That's why I'm encouraging you to have mentors. And so yes, there are some initiatives publish roadmaps, but not enough. And most of them are oriented to technical oriented. And the fifth challenge is work-life balance, because this is a crazy domain, and once you get into this domain, you will find yourself, I want to consume more time in this domain. I want to learn about this. I want to read about this, and having the balance is very challenging. And the last thing is time management, because if you are working as a freelancer or as a remote employee, you will have to manage your time very well, which is something challenging if you don't have the skill. And I see I believe it's important to have the skill if you want to improve. And next slide, please. I think this is the end. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And here's my Linktree. You can find all my contact there, scan it, and that's it. Hopefully, give you some few detail information.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the presentation, Imam.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thank you so much for the presentation. We really learned a lot. Thank you. Up next, we're going to have a round for games. Who is excited about games? Let's see. Who is excited? Just wave in the comments. Who is excited to have a...
Can you hear me, Vanessa?
Yes, I can hear you. I was asking who is excited to have a game.
Yeah, to drop any question they have on what Eamon said that they don't really understand.
Yes. Thank you for that, Sandra.
Yeah, we'll get to it later after some other parts of the meeting, I guess. You can go ahead, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Your network will permit. Yeah.
Okay, so for the game, we're going to have a game on slido.com. I'll just ask Sandra if you can type the link in the comment section. So we're going to slido.com for a game, and then the details are going to be on screen. And then we're going to enter, where it says enter code, you're going to enter WIB Africa. That's WIBA, Africa. Is everybody there? Let me see you in the comments. So after we play this game, right, the winner is going to have access to a blockchain course. So yes, the winner will have free access to a blockchain course. So please, let's participate in this game and let's have a bit of fun. On slido.com, you enter the code as women, WIB Africa, Women in Blockchain Africa. Is everyone there? So the link is slido, SLIDO.com. And the code is WIB Africa. Is everyone there?
Anyone
And remember,
that is
guys,
finding
the
it
winner is going to have
difficult should just indicate in the comment section so that I'll be able to help you out so that you can log in and participate.
yes.
Vanessa, are you still there? Because I don't think
Yes.
we can hear you.
I'm here. Is everyone there? We're just waiting for others to get there. And remember, guys, after you play, can you just
Slido.com. Please, you people should try as much as possible to log in because the games will soon start. And as Vanessa mentioned, the winner is going to have a free blockchain course. And I think we're all looking forward to that. Yay. Over to you, Vanessa. You can continue introducing the games, if that's fine.
Okay. Let's just give it one minute or so that everyone can log on, in case there are some people who are struggling to log on.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Okay. So we're starting, right? Is everyone ready?
I know I am.
Okay, so I think the challenge that we're going to have is the game. I'm using a laptop, so I'm not sure if people who are using the on mobile can see the game. If you're using mobile and you are getting access, please notify us in the comment. Okay. Kende says she's there.
I'm sure you can participate with your phone.
So
Why
if
you
you're
cannot really see it is because we've not uploaded the questions for you to be able to answer the game. So it's going to come out empty until a question is posted. So on the Q&A part, you're going to see the question, then you pick an answer. So when the game is up, you see it with your mobile device too. Vanessa, you're muted. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me, but some persons are saying they are not able to join, and I think I got that by a minute past 2 here. So I don't know what you're struggling with, Adekunle. Okay, some are already there, and I can see some excitement. People are really excited to start the game. So,
okay.
um,
So you can
yeah.
start with entering your username, right? Start with entering your username. Okay, people are joining. We're going, more and more users are coming in.
You must not create an account before you're able to log in. So the login you're supposed to use an access code, which is WIB Africa. I think I'm answering Harriet. Harriet, yes. So Harriet, just when you log in or when you open the site, you will see a place for you to put your passcode, a box. So that is where you put the WIB Africa. With that, you can get access to it. Wow, I can see so many persons are
Okay,
already
so we have 16 you guys. Yes, so many users are joining. Yes.
So
So we're about to start, eh?
yeah, the game is about to
We
start.
just,
So hope you guys are all pumped up and ready
yes.
because a few
So,
seconds to answer the question. So good luck, guys.
yes, yes.
Wow, I can see the first one is already
Okay. Are you ready for the next question?
Okay.
So the correct answer here was no. What is it? The question was, what is a node? And the correct answer here was the second one, the second option. So we're moving on to the second question, to the next question. Who created Bitcoin? And guys, remember to click send after selecting your option. Remember to click send. So the correct answer here was Satoshi Nakamoto. He's the one who created Bitcoin. So on to the next question. What does P2P stand for? And the correct answer is peer-to-peer.
You cannot see the leaderboard, and Zara is topping. I'm sure some other questions will be uploaded. So we're waiting for that. You guys are doing a great job, okay? Here says the 5 elements of blockchain are distribution, encryption, immutability, tokenization, and what? Just have a few seconds, okay? It's over. Okay, and the right answer was that. Something is blocking me here. I can't see, but that's good. Oh, I can see that Zara is still topping the chat, and that was really nice. Go on, Zara. And you guys are really doing a great job. So the next one, true or false, a user can alter data on a blockchain. So we're waiting for the answers. Okay, the answer is false. Let's see. We're still topping. Oh, wow. Wow, you guys are really doing well. Okay, that's really nice of you all, and we're very grateful that you're all participating. Before the next question comes up, you should always remember, okay, what technology is the cryptocurrency based on? Right, you have 3 seconds to go. Okay. Right, blockchain, and it's blockchain we're discussing about. So I guess that everybody must have like known what the answer was before that. So you guys should remember to screenshot and tag us and post when you post on LinkedIn and Twitter. You can put a tag WIBA, or you can indicate by saying your hashtag should be WIB Africa, which is Women in Blockchain Africa. You guys should not forget to post and also tag us, and that would be really great. You guys have really done well in participating in this game. And I know that my other colleagues are really excited and they are happy. So we're going to move on to the next and final question. What is the production of cryptocurrency called? We have three set five, four, three, two, one. Okay, let's see. Mining. Wow, everybody got that. That was really, really impressive. You guys must be blockchain gurus or Web3 gurus. That is really nice. Wow. Congratulations, Zara. Hey. I wish there was music here for me to play, but you deserve it. You did pretty well. Everybody did pretty great. And I think the the thing that determines what you why you win is this amount of seconds you finish. I can also see that Alice, she also got 7/7, and that was really great. But yay, there must be a winner. So Dara won. Dara, that was really impressive. Finishing this game in such a short period of time. As you're aware, the winner will what? Will have a
Well
free
done,
blockchain.
well done.
That's it.
Congratulations.
Yes, yes.
Congratulations, Dara.
Zara was really great. Everybody tried.
And please don't forget to put the don't forget to contact us in the comment section so that you'll be able to claim your prize. Dara, please don't forget to contact us in the comment section.
Okay.
In the comments. Just drop your email in the comments and then we'll come to you for your prize. You can claim your prize then.
Okay, Zara, I hope you got that information. You have to drop so that you claim your prize. It is really, really important. And before we go off from the game,
Yeah.
we asked the question, how are you doing today? So we really like to know because I believe, because I'm doing really great. Somebody even indicated great there. I believe that it was really fun. So just tell us how you're doing today. That would be really, really appreciated. So, in one word, how are you doing today? Oh, Zara, thanks for the opportunity. Zara, you're
Wow.
welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay.
With your winning prize. So, I'll give you guys a few moments to finish answering the question. Okay, okay, that's off. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this section. I would really like to see a response in the comment section too. And remember, I mentioned tagging us, Women in Blockchain Africa or WIB. Women in Blockchain Africa is WIB Africa. That is what we use for the hashtag, and just WIB. If you're okay with that, we can move forward. I'm trying to confirm who we're introducing next so that we can continue what is on our agenda. So, can I get to where we're introducing next? Vanessa, can you see who we're introducing next so that I can?
Okay. So up next, we have our speaker. He's a software engineer, blockchain advocate, and United Nations Millennium Fellow. Wow. Okay. And he was formerly a Google DSC lead and a group lead at Salesforce. He also served as an intern at Gate.io Exchange. Please help me welcome Musa Adam, who will be our next speaker. Please, the floor is yours, Musa Adam. Welcome, welcome. Over to you, Musada.
Hi all. Um, Good morning or afternoon. Let me check my clock. Okay, good afternoon here. But morning or evening, anywhere you are around the world. Yeah. My name is Musa Adam. I'm a software engineer by profession before transited into technical product management. And I serve as an ambassadorship in many blockchain ecosystem and industry. Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me? Hello,
Yes, we can hear you.
hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
And Vanessa, can you share my slide, please?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I already gave introduction about myself. Please, next slide. Because I only have 15 minutes, I already set my counter. All you need to know about blockchain, even though Iman already covered most of the things that are necessary for someone to start into a blockchain development or blockchain advocate. What am I going to cover quickly in some few seconds is the history of blockchain, fundamentals, why blockchain, how is it blockchain using, and what are the benefits of blockchain technology. Please next. In one of the quiz, I saw people mentioning about Satoshi Nakamoto, whose real identity still remain unknown. Nobody knows who is Satoshi Nakamoto, and the identity is still unknown. Sorry, my mic is mute. So Satoshi Nakamoto, yeah, the identity is still unknown. Nobody knows who is Satoshi Nakamoto. Is it a man, a female, an organization, a group? Nobody knows who is Satoshi Nakamoto. Other people are saying that some articles already reported that they already make a calculation that in 2007 there must be an economic crisis like what we are facing right now around the world. So after the economic crisis, then they introduce something, Bitcoin. Let us not trust the government again. Let us not trust the hedge fund. Let us not trust the Wall Street people. Let us have a control of our own monetary system. So that's where the Bitcoin is coming in to be. So then they introduced the Bitcoin immediately after the economic crisis of 2007 and 2008. So the design continue to improve and evolve, and I'm sure everybody knows how blockchain industry now evolve from DeFi, NFT, Web3. Now we are facing Web3, and other people also projecting Web4 or Web5 or something like that. So next slide, please. Yeah, fundamentals of blockchain. So we have public distributed ledger, encryptions, proof of work, and mining. So public distribution ledger, as everybody knows, what makes blockchain decentralization is because of distributed ledger. Every transactions and records are keeping around different computers around the world in different region and different areas. That's what makes blockchain a very secure and very difficult to hack or very difficult to tamper with it. Encryption, yeah, encryption is the authorizations of the blockchain industry. No one get access to your account or your wallet because it's run based on cryptographic algorithm that is SHA-20 something. Proof of work, this is the backbone of first initial of blockchain because Bitcoin running based on proof of work requires a lot of machine electricity, lot of computing network before you run a proof of work. These are some of the issues why Ethereum are trying to move in, or is it already matched into proof of stake network algorithm? Because in proof of stake, you don't need to spend a lot of money to establish a mining centers. Those validators in proof of work, they are called miners. So if you are a miner in proof of work, you are going to solve a very, very difficult computational and mathematical kind of puzzles, where after you solve one or two mathematical puzzles, they are going to give you, in terms of reward, a Bitcoin or some Satoshi. So you don't need to maybe mine one or two Bitcoin, but if you have your mining machines, you maybe mine some Satoshi. So those miners, those validators in the network of proof of work, they are called miners. So mining is just the process of validating the network also. So the solutions of proof of work, that's why they introduce proof of stake. Just recently, Ethereum is moving to proof of stake because of environmental issues and other governmental policies in relation to proof of work. And there are a lot of disadvantage in proof of stake, where the real venture capitalists in blockchain industry, they won't tell you, because if a network is moving to proof of stake, there are going to be a total control of this particular network or this particular node by some particular venture capitalists or some particular companies, where if they like it, they are going to just shut down the network, like what happened to ICP, Internet of Computer, or recent one, the Solana blockchain. That's what happened to him. So next slide, please. Why is it blockchain so popular? Why is it blockchain so popular? This is just a scenario. Suppose you are transferring money to your family or friends from your bank account. You log into your bank and all these things. Or you want to send money to someone from America or someone around the world, especially in Nigeria. I faced this challenge. I experienced it by myself when I was working with Facebook as a developer group. They pay me, I think, overpay. When I try to return the amount of money that they pay me overpay, then when I go to my bank said that no, they won't support kind of MoneyGram. So I have to go to other bank. So when I go to other bank, what I supposed to return to Cellpos is not up to, I think, $1,000. But they are telling me that they are going to charge me more than $100. I was kind of, why are you charging me almost $100 just for me to send $1,000? They are telling me this is the policy. But in blockchain, especially, there is nothing like that. You will just collect a wallet address of your partner, your parent, your friends and family. Within just few seconds, it's depending on the network congestion, he will just receive the money. I think the transaction fee is not up to $1, or others is $1. If you're using Tron network, it's not even up to $1. But other network like Ethereum to Ethereum, they are charging gas fee, but people are not used to send money via Ethereum to Ethereum network. So, and that bank and CBN and other monetary agencies, they are the third party who control our almost everything, our identity, our data. If they like, they will just introduce any stupid policy. They will say that no, we just increase the VAT, and you cannot do anything about that. But in blockchain, what makes it so popular is that there is no intermediary, like Iman said on her presentation. There is no intermediary that make a decision on your network or to make a decision on what are you going to do with your money. Even if there is an intermediary, they call it DAO, decentralized automation organizations, which there are some people who can make it's a public that they make a decision of what are the changes that we are going to make within that network or within that project. It's not like banks. So what makes blockchain so popular is because of the decentralization and elimination of that third party. Now, please, next slide. How is blockchain using? Blockchain store our monetary transaction, but they also store other types of product tracking. So blockchain is not just about transaction of cryptocurrency, sending money, receiving money, that is DeFi, decentralization finance. No. Blockchain can be applied to almost any discipline and any fields of our daily lives. You can use blockchain in a supply chain. You can use blockchain in pharmaceutical industry, that's supply chain. You can use blockchain in IoT industry. You can use blockchain in educational purposes, like identification of who owned this certificate, where this person graduated, all these things. When education system adopt maybe kind of blockchain way of storing information, no one will come and tell you later that I graduate in social schools just because he become governor, president, or some icons. And this school just go back to alter the previous information to include this person name. In blockchain, it won't be possible because of immutability. You won't tamper. It is a tamper proof. Once you register into this school, your information and data is recorded forever in blockchain industry. So also in agricultural purposes, you can use blockchain anywhere around the world. I make a tweet in my tweet on a blockchain in different field and different aspects of our life. I think after these sessions, I will drop the tweet and other people are going to see how this blockchain using in different parts of our life. It's not just about cryptocurrency or something. Please next slide. So what are the benefits of blockchain technology? First, it is an immutable public ledger, which means when a transaction is recorded, you cannot be modified. In blockchain, what does that sentence mean is that when you record a transaction in blockchain, it has a timestamp, you cannot tamper proof, you cannot change the digit. I sent so person 1 million naira, and because of some issues, let me come and maybe modify it and make it 3 million or so. You cannot do that in a blockchain. And when you send the record, you cannot delete it, you cannot modify it, and that's the tamper proof, you cannot add. And secondly, due to encryption failure, blockchain is always secured. Like I mentioned in my previous slide, because of the distribution nature of the network in blockchain across multiple computers, so the blockchain is almost secured. Yeah, despite the fact that the recent issues about the Celsius network, Luna's crisis, and other network issues that used to happen, which make people to think about, are we really safe in blockchain industry, like how people are helping the system? But blockchain is always safe. Blockchain is always safer than the normal banking industry that we used to trust. The transactions are done inside transference ledgers. Yeah, I explained that, I think. It is decentralized. I'm also explaining that. Yeah, it is decentralized system, no intermediary payment requirement. Yeah, or the authenticity verify. I think next slide I have already explained that in my conclusion. Let me make a clarifications here. Most people assume blockchain and Bitcoin can be used in the internet. Blockchain and Bitcoin is kind of a very different thing. Bitcoin is a blockchain, but blockchain is not a Bitcoin, because blockchain is in existence for quite a long since before the Bitcoin. Some articles already spotted that even Satoshi Nakamoto, he just came at the late stage of the blockchain development to solve that P2P issues, because many people try to solve this problem of decentralization for quite a long. So I recommend MIT, the blockchain. In YouTube, you can just search MIT, a lecture by Gary Gensler, which introduced about blockchain industry and everything. So blockchain is in existence for quite a long, even before the Bitcoin. So when Satoshi Nakamoto came, he did not build a Bitcoin from scratch. No. What he did is to solve the issue of that P2P that people felt, that Alipay, or there is a lot of, just make a research, there is a lot of digital currency that people are trying to solve that P2P issues, and they could not find, they failed the issue of that P2P. So when Satoshi Nakamoto come, other people already have done a lot of things regarding the blockchain development. So he just came and solved the issue of that P2P issues. And what I'm always saying is that also Bitcoin and Bitcoin, there are two differences. I think I have some under this thing where I make maybe reference quite confused. Bitcoin with capital B and Bitcoin with small b, they are parallelly different two things. Whenever you see Bitcoin, like I mentioned in this, Bitcoin with capital B, is referred to the technology, the concept, the blockchain behind any other digital currency, government currency, security, tokens, and everything. But whenever you see Bitcoin with a small b, it's not capital B in a write-up. This refers to the currency and digit of Satoshi Nakamoto's development at the top of blockchain industry. I think that's the end of the session. It is just 15 minutes. I think I did not, it is totally 14 minutes. Thank you. So this is the reference where you can just go and do a lot of research. The link, I would like the host to drop the link to the participant for them to go through it, because I trust the information regarding Simple Learn tutorial, blockchain tutorial, because it has a lot of free materials where newbie they can get into it and learn a lot of things regarding blockchain technology. So this is just what I can add to what Iman and Engineer Lumana, David Lumana just said. So I'm a very technical person. I am not into something like that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you. We learned a lot. And again, people, if there are any questions, please drop the questions in the comment section. And we'll also be having a question and answer segment where we'll be able to go through the questions and give you answers from the
Vanessa,
panelists.
sorry, can I
Thank you so
comment?
much.
Vanessa, can you hear me?
Okay.
So
Yes, I can hear
anyone
you,
that has a
Sandra.
question should go on Slido and drop the question on the Q&A section. So it will be easier for us to answer your question on Slido. But answering it here on the comment section is going to be very difficult. So you guys can go up there. Okay, I just got a message that not Slido, but the Q&A part is not on. It's on Slido, I guess. Okay, on YouTube. Sorry, guys. Okay, it's the YouTube. Just drop your question there on YouTube. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. Okay, go ahead, Vanessa.
Okay. So while we wait for the questions, Sandra, please can you help me by looking at the questions, any question that we might have? And while we wait for the questions to come in, can I please ask Selma, our operations manager at Women in Blockchain Africa, to please come and give us a light talk while we get a rundown of all the questions. Selma, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. I'm Selma. I'm joining from Cameroon, and I'm also the operations manager for Women in Blockchain Africa. I'm just going to take a little bit of your time, and I'll be talking about our community, our growing community of Women in Blockchain Africa, and perhaps some of the things that you will benefit by joining our community. First of all, we are looking like in the nearest future, we'll be launching the Women in Blockchain platform, and it's actually going to be a community where you can come together, connect, and we promote groups that support women and our various causes to promote blockchain initiatives all over Africa. We'll also be organizing and sustaining a community of women dedicated to advancing blockchain and STEM technologies. In the same light, we'll be offering strategic and informed program initiatives, and also we'll offer resources to foster inclusive and to foster an inclusive learning environment. This community is going to be really, really helpful because through this community, you'll be able to have access to jobs, you'll be able to have access to internship opportunities in the blockchain space. You also have access to online training opportunities. You have access to networking opportunities with global leaders, and you also have the ability to accelerate, to have access to accelerated recruitment process. So, like I said, this platform is going to be launched. We'll be launching it very soon, and I'm just going to share the link with the yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So that's the link. You can just go on the link and then sign up to be able to stand a chance to benefit from all of these things that I've been talking about. Thank you very much.
Can you hear me? So I was muted and I did not know. So I mentioned that you should not forget to use the hashtag Women in Blockchain Africa, WIB Africa, and WIBA when posting on LinkedIn and Twitter. That would be really appreciated. And you can also drop the questions on YouTube and also on Slido, the question and answer part, so that we'll be able to get to answer all the wonderful questions that you dropped there. We are going to invite Adediran. I don't know if that was properly pronounced. So he's our panelist. He's the one that will come up to answer our questions that we have. And I know you will have lots of interesting questions. So over to you, Vanessa.
Okay, so welcome, Adediran. You'll be you'll be also on the panel to answer some questions. So the first question that I have is from Anne. Anne says, are there legit sites for cryptocurrency mining? If there are, she would like to know some. Over to you, Adediran. Can you hear me?
So I think Adediran is having network issues or she's on mute. Let's just patient.
Okay, so we can move on. There's a question here for Musa Adam.
Okay, Mr. Adam. Okay.
There's a question here for Musa Adam. So the question was from Masood Umar. He says, sorry, he or she says, I'm sorry. The question to Musa is, can you please explain in brief about core mining and that you are doing now, please? Question on core mining. And also, I think it's a part question with this one. What are the fundamentals one has to follow and steps on when beginning as a beginner in blockchain? Did you get that question, Musa? Adam. So the question was from Masood Umar. He says, sorry, he or she says, I'm sorry. The question to Musa is, can you please explain in brief about core mining and that you are doing now, please?
Well, I don't
question on core mining.
Yeah, I don't know what.
And also, I think it's a part question with this one. What are the fundamentals one has to follow and steps on when beginning as a beginner in blockchain?
Yeah, let me respond to that person who asked about the core mining.
Did you get that question, Musa?
Yeah, I get the questions. Can you hear me?
So the question was from Masood
Umar. Vanessa, I think he heard the question. Mr. Musa Adam, I think you should just go ahead answering the question for us. That would be appreciated.
The core mining. Yeah, it depends on what he means by core mining. If he is meaning a core mining that people are doing using their mobile phone, like kind of Satoshi mining and any other kind of developmental kind of mining, I don't want to mention in Pi network or something like that. But if he mean a mining using his mobile phone, I don't know what kind of consensus algorithm they are using and doing this kind of mining. But if he wants me to explain about the mining, a normal kind of mining that he is mentioning, there are a lot of infrastructure one can buy, even in AliExpress. If you can buy this thing, the lowest is a $350 to $400, where in every 24 hours, it will give you like kind of 1.72 the last time that I used. It will give you $1.72 in every 24 hours when you buy the share with that $400 or whereabout. But that core mining that he is talking about in relation to mobile mining, I don't have any idea about on this core mining using mobile phone. I don't have any idea regarding this thing. What are the fundamentals one has to follow to have to be a beginner in blockchain? So the fundamental things that one to follow in a blockchain, in blockchain ecosystem now, one does not need to be a blockchain developer, because to be a blockchain developer, one need to have experience in software development or JavaScript, React as a front end. In back end, you have experience and all these things. There are roadmaps that one has to follow, because you won't abandon Web 2 for one. So for someone to transit into Web 3, that's Web 3 is the blockchain that we are talking about. So one has to understand CSS, that basic of HTML, JavaScript. After that, then one has to understand how Solidity works, the language of Ethereum and blockchain, and a lot of things one has to follow. But if you want to be a developer, go back and master HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and other frameworks of JavaScript before you can understand how blockchain works. But if you want to be a community manager, moderator, there are a lot of content creator, copywriter, project owner, a lot of jobs positions are available. One does not necessarily be a blockchain developer, like I mentioned. These are for you. If you want to be a developer, just go back and understand how web development works. This gives you a very clear vision on where to go. I think I have responded to his question.
Okay, thank you very much for your swift reply and answer. So we have questions on Slido that some of our participants will want. So someone asked, Yusuf Abdullahi asked, what are the fundamentals of blockchain? Can you just explain to him what those fundamentals are? So the fundamentals, okay. Sorry, it's Adediran available to give an answer to that question, the fundamentals of blockchain. Okay, I think is up. Welcome, Adediran. It's really nice to have you here to answer our question. Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes. So as you said, the fundamentals of blockchain depends on the aspect of blockchain you're going into. Do you want to be a promoter? Do you want to be a developer? Do you want to be a miner? It depends on the aspect you're going to. So the first thing you do is locate which aspect of the blockchain you're going into. They're going into creating cryptocurrency, the real programming part. Then you might want to start, like Dam said, you might want to start from basic web development. And if you would want to do more of marketing, Then you can start from influencers on social platforms, jot what they promote, and see their community engagement. Then you know where to start from. And I think those are the basic things people are into on blockchain presently. So you can do your research and see where you can get to from there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adediran. Okay, someone dropped another question. He or she, okay, he asked Musa Adamu, what are the strategies of trading? So if you're up to answer that, that would be really appreciated. Even if Eman is also available to answer that question. So
Sorry, I didn't get the question. If you just repeat it.
okay, the question is, what are the strategies of trading? Asked by Musa Adamu.
I'm not in trading, honestly. I'm more in development side, so I can give you more insight how to start, how to develop, like tools, resources. But trading, I'm not the one like to give insight there. Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Musa Adam.
So the strategy of trading is buy low, sell high. Yeah, buy low, sell high is the strategy of trading, where everyone, because
So I think
trading is a kind of a very difficult thing to beat the market, especially if your technical analysis is very weak. Because sometimes, no matter how you analyze the market using technical analysis, there is one fundamental that just come and destroy every kind of analysis and research that you have conclude or do regarding one or particular trading. So there is no perfection in trading actually. One has to improve himself by losing a lot of money, winning, losing a lot of money before you master this market. So it's not something that you can just start doing it within just period of time and you master the market. Here, I think, but even though I'm more of the blockchain part of the system, I'm not doing trading like Vanessa or a man mentioning. I'm not into trading a lot. Thank you.
okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Musa Adam. Vanessa, are you saying something? Because I don't know if it's my network or yours. I can't hear you.
No. I just noticed that I was on mute.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the wonderful answers and insights to the question that we had. Thank you for the wonderful session. And I'll hand you over to Sandra for the vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you once again for everybody that participated, especially the ones that were able to find time, like Mr. Musa Adam, Elma, that they were able to answer questions from participants. And we also appreciate those that participated in the game and they tried as possible to be the winner. But unfortunately, it has to be one person. And we all know it is Zara that won. Zara, I hope you've dropped your link we're happy for you to be able to take this blockchain course, because blockchain technology, it is vast and it is very interesting, and definitely want everyone to participate. Even if you're not a winner to get this free course, you can also make your own research. I believe there are free videos on YouTube. Anyone that can buy a course, you can go to any site that is comfortable for you. Browse, go to Google, ask questions. I think you'll be able to have better understanding of blockchain technology and Web 3, moving from Web 2 to Web 3. We are really grateful for those who have participated and really want to get into the blockchain technology. We thank you, our hosts. Vanessa, you really did a great job, even with the network. And I know my
Thank you. Thank you, Sandra.
Welcome, Vanessa. It was quite unstable, but we're able to at least try our best to host the event as much as we could. We know we're not able to answer all the questions that you participants wanted to get answers to, but you can reach out to us on our website, and also you can also drop questions on Slido that will reach out to you guys, and probably you get more insight on what you want. But I really advise you go on Google to make personal research, especially for those who did not win. Okay, I also want to remind everybody to not forget uploading and making screenshots on Twitter and LinkedIn. Don't forget to put the hashtag WIBA or WIB Africa Women in Blockchain.
Yes.
So thank you guys very much. I don't know, Vanessa, if you have.
Thank you so much. I just want to give a special thank you to Imam Herawi, as well as Musa Adam, to Adediran, and also to Engineer David Lumala. Thank you so much for giving your time to be a part of our virtual conference, summit, workshop, seminar, because I'm sure everyone learned a lot. And I'm sure many people also learned a lot as much as I did. Thank you so much for dedicating your time like this.